Am I live? Yes, I am live. We going live. But anyways, man, what's good? What's good, everybody? It is I, of course, Leviathan Prophecy, and today we're gonna be looking at my New York Giants official 53-man roster. Now, as I look through this roster, because I'm doing this on my tablet, because I know my phone is just gonna cut off because it has too much storage. So I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this off my tablet. I should turn off the lights on. I'm gonna turn off the lights. I'm gonna turn off the lights. Um. So basically, um, if you hear notifications pop off, then that means that means I log on to my Facebook page. But anyways, yeah, looking at this roster from top to bottom, looking on offense and defense. Um, Going down, I want to do something a little bit different than the norm. Trying to position myself. All right, so um, yeah, we let go of O'Shea Zimenez. It sucks because I thought O'Shea Zimenez had a lot of talent. You know, he had a lot of talent. Um, Jesus Christ, this shit is still bonkers. Okay, so the next significant transaction deadline is 6 p.m. Wednesday. The deadline for teams to submit 16 player practice squads to the league. Okay, so yes. Um, so the New York Giants have released O'Shea Zimenez. Uh, Zimenez Zimenez was a third round draft choice in the 2019 NFL Draft, number 95 overall. Um, in 4 seasons, he played in 45 regular season games, with 9 starts, totaled 65 tackles, um, 34 solo tackles, 65 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, 22 quarterback hits, 6 passes defensed, defensed for no, oh, 1 forced fumble and 1 fumble recovery in 2022. He played in 15 regular season games with 4 starts and played in both Giants postseason games. He tied the career high with 24 sacks, 15 solo, and he had 2.0 sacks and 3 tackles for loss. You know, I'm just gonna read about his side because it's too. You're not gonna be able to see it. So, um, I'm shocked that I'm shocked that they let him go like that. You know, but you know what? It is what it is. That's the New York Giants for you, I guess. So we're going to go and look at this so-called um, roster. Um, Now, looking at this roster, um, okay, so at quarterback, we only keeping two quarterbacks like we did last year. Knowing that Daniel Jones got, no, not Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor got hurt last year. I forgot what game it was. I believe it was against, um, the Eagles. Because I remember Daniel Jones didn't necessarily start one of those games. The Eagles, one of the Eagles games, he wasn't playing. I'm trying to remember what game it was. So we got Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor. So Danny DeVito did not make it, or maybe he made it, but he's just on the practice squad. The running backs are garbage. They're just plain garbage. I don't like. It's the same goddamn running backs from last year, except Eric Gray is in the rotation, so I don't know how he's gonna get any playing time over Gray or over Matt Pereira. The wide receiving core, obviously Cole Beasley, I'm pretty sure got released. I don't know why we even signed him in the first place. Because obviously he was not going to start over any of these guys. And we still don't know who's our number one receiver. Like the Cowboys have their number one receiver in CB Lamb and Gallup, you know what I'm saying? So the Giants need to figure out who's going to be X, Y, and Z in that position. Tight end, I'm okay with tight end. Tight end is pretty good. I still don't know how Lance Cager is going to get any playing time. Because we do play a two tight end set unless he's going to be like, a dummy. Offensive line is straight. We got a lot of offensive linemen though. So I have no problem with the offensive line. The only issue I have with the offensive linemen is how we going to gel together, because we got different moving parts and stuff. But yeah, because I was on Ron Effect's channel and he went off on me. You know what? I'm gonna show y'all what he said. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what he said. Damn it. I'm gonna show y'all what he said, and this is why I don't look. It's his opinion. It's his, he's titled to his own opinion. There he goes right there. You know what I'm saying? If I scroll down, because I was just like halfway there. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Early payday, fee-free overdraft.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But this is what he said. Okay? Because he commented and then some other dude commented on my thing. This is what I said. If y'all can see it. This is me right here. Oh, so this is me right here. So I said, oh my God, this lighting is so terrible. Hold on. This lighting is bugging, yo. So I said, this is the same roster from last year, just have a ton of DBs. 7 and 10, not sorry. And now 5 comments, 5 replies. No likes, no dislikes, which is weird because they came back from wasn't YouTube said that they was not going to do the dislike versus likes? Let me see, hold on. Wow, so they did put that back. You see that? They did put that back. So you could dislike or like this video now. Because I remember they took it away. I remember they took the dislike button away. Um, so this is what he said. You know, I ain't say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been, to me, I thought Ron Effect was different from the rest of the giant YouTubers. He was different from Cop Pizzle. He was different from, Fish Sticks, Fish Fish Vegas. I call him. He was different from Mad Dog. He was different from Sports Entertainer. Um, you know, but he came at me like I said something wrong, like I disrespected him or nothing or something. So he said this. My freaking stupid ass lining. Hold on, let me. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, he says either you're legally. Hold on, my screen just keep blurring. I don't know why. Hold on, let me see. Let me adjust the lighting real quick. Nope, still. I'm trying to read what he says, but it says either you're legally not smart or you know nothing about football or both. You see how he didn't put a question? You see how he didn't put a period at the end? But anyways, it's like I'm trying to read this shit, but the cameras keep fuzzing out. It's like it won't stand still. This keyboard, hold on, let me see something. Nope, still the same thing. I'm trying to position it. It's like I can see it, but it's keep blurring out. I might probably just get a new tablet. I should have just stuck with the. I mean, I bought some tablet that I ain't even know. That I don't even know the name of the tablet. I think it's Bamboo tablet. I should have just stuck with the brand names. I'm getting a tablet that I don't even know. Because they got so many different tablets. But I'm just trying to. Okay, so he says I think. It's not that I don't know how to read. I know how to read. It's like every time I zoom in, like every time it's keep blurring for some odd reason. Like I can't. Okay, so let me just, because that's the only way I can obviously read this junk. Um, so, he says either you're legally not smart or you know nothing about football or both. If you really believe what you're saying that were right, if you really believe in what you're saying that were Darren Wallen, Paris, Campbell, and Jalen Hyatt, John Michael Schmitz Jr., Isaiah Simmons, Boogie Bashman, Dante Banks stats with the Giants last year. Okay? And I replied to him right there. Right? I replied to him right there. I said, teams retool, and yes, players gonna have to learn a new playbook. With less OTAs and less preseason games, NFL isn't rocket science. Look how teams get better each year while we always the ones looking out. But I respectfully disagree with your statement, sir. Okay? And then Todd Taylor 6506 said no. Yeah, Todd Taylor 6506 said don't keep winning by cutting most of each player of each team. Wait, they don't keep winning by cutting most of each team the following year. Oh, Todd Taylor said, "Were you expecting 53 new players?" Of course. I mean, shit. You look at the New England Patriots when they lost Russ Walker, Randy Moss. Did that slow that team down? No. They got significantly better. You know, I mean, outside of losing, arguably the best two receivers in the game that year. What happened 3 years later? They went back to the Super Bowl with two good tight ends. Now, obviously, one is not here no more. R.I.P. to Hernandez, but they were a juggernaut offensively with those two tight ends. Okay, so get your facts straight, Todd Taylor. Okay, and then he said that, and then I said that I'm pretty sure that's how New England Patriots kept winning and winning Super Bowls. Right? I'm right here. Okay. So let me turn this off real quick. I'm right here. This thing don't keep a it's keep it blurring. I don't know why. Maybe I need to go to settings and figure this stuff out. Cause I had just bought this tablet and it's already freaking. See, that's what I wrote. I'm pretty sure that's how New England Patriots kept winning and winning and winning. Okay. Then let go of West and Moss and still went to the Super Bowl. Yes, I know they lost against Philly and the Giants twice. Come on, read more, read more. Yes, and yes, I know they lost against Philly and the Giants 2 times. Just by getting there every year was mind blowing. And then he replied, they don't keep winning by cutting most of each team in the following year. Of course, that's how that's how they're going to get better. That's why the Chiefs didn't pay for Tyreek Hill. They let Tyreek Hill walk, and they still made it back to the Super Bowl. So what are you talking about? You have to retool every single year. Players obviously are going to want to get paid, right? Players are going to want to get paid, and that's just how it. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. There's a reason why the Patriots don't overpay for players. We overpaid for Daniel Jones. We gave a 6th-round draft pick. Think about it. We gave a 6th-round draft pick, $140 million guaranteed. Now, like I said before, we in flux. Okay? The Giants handcuffed themselves to Daniel Jones. Because at the time, I didn't even know Daniel Jones was a 6th-round draft pick. Because I didn't watch the draft. I thought he was a 4th-round draft pick. But you're giving $160 million or $140 million to Daniel Jones. Because if the Giants were the Giants, they would have just said, you know what, we're just gonna build through the draft. We like our chances next year. We're gonna be the NFL draft is gonna be quarterback heavy. I'm not saying that we're gonna be the #1 pick, but I'm just saying hypothetically, if we were to move off of Daniel Jones, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because Daniel Jones is not their quarterback. That was Dave Gettleman's wrongdoing. Saquon Barkley is not their running back. That was Dave Ratface. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, let's go back to this roster. Okay, the linebacking core. Obviously, I'm gonna have to put it to the side. I'm just gonna put the camera on, so I don't have to be in the dark. So the linebackers are Cam Brown, Michael Coughlin, which I think that's the son of Tom Coughlin. I'm not sure. Michael McFadden, Aziz Ojolari, Bobby Akaru, um, Isaiah Simmons, who everybody's praising, which I don't know why. Kayvon Thibodeau and J.R. Ward. Okay, our D lineman is DJ Davidson, Dexter Lawrence the second, Hakeem Nunez Rochas, Jordan Riley, Ashawn Robinson, and Leonard Williams. Now, we have a lot of DBs. Holy bananas. We have a lot of DBs. Jesus. I mean, I guess when you play a 3-4 scheme, you're going to need a lot of cover corners, boy. But so we got Deontay Banks, our first round draft pick, which I wasn't really a huge fan. I don't like picking cornerbacks in the first round. Obviously, Corey Webster was our last cornerback that we took, followed by Prince of Mukamara, and then Jaron Hosley, if anybody remembers Jaron Hosley. So, and then obviously Aaron Ross and Terrell Thomas. So we've hit and missed on cornerbacks, and we got Dane Belton, Cordell Flott, Trey Hawkins, another cornerback we picked, Derry Holmes, Dory Jackson, Bobby McCain, Nick McLeod, Xavier Kenny. Not all these are cornerbacks. Xavier McKinney, Owens, and Jason Pitlock, who had one good preseason game, and I guess that's just what it took for the coaches to say, wow, Running back, like I said, I'm going to go back to running back. Running back, it's a mess. We basically have the same goddamn running backs that we had last year. The only difference is we have Eric Gray, which I don't see Eric Gray beating Gary. He might probably go over Gary Brightwell, but Matt Perea. I mean, the Giants got to do a better job at this running back position. At least give Saquon Barkley a consistent running back. Ain't none of these running backs are going to carry the load like Saquon Barkley can. I mean, at least the Cowboys had Zeke and Pollard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least the Eagles had Sanders. Obviously, he's no longer there, but they had Sanders and they had what's the dude's name? Boston Scott. Which I don't even think Boston Scott. Boston Scott was more of a third option on that team. But obviously they were a great dynamic duo. We have yet to find Saquon Barkley's predecessor, Just like how we had Brandon Jacobs and Amal Bradshaw and Derek Ward. And then we had Ron Dane and Tiki Barber. And then we had Tiki Barber and Brandon Jacobs. They complemented each other. Matt Perea is up in age. Brightwell, he's not going to do anything. Like Eric Gray, like really, we're banking on a rookie, even if he does have any playing time, which I don't think he will, because obviously he's buried down in the depth chart. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have to, I mean, there's no more practices no more. There's no more OTAs. There's no more mini camps. There's no more preseason. Even though I still want the NFL to go back to 4. Like what happened to Corbin? Did Corbin get released, or is he on the practice squad? Because if Corbin got released, I'm gonna be mad as hell. Because he separate to me. I believe Corbin separated himself from. Obviously, outside of Saquon Barkley, I think he separated himself from Matt, Gary Brightwell, and Eric Gray. Eric Gray showed some flashes here and there, but I believe Corbin. I'm totally shocked he was there. I don't know if he got hurt, but he put that team on his back. that one game against Carolina that we lost to. No, I think it was the Lions. Yeah, it was against the Lions. So I don't know, man. This roster, oh boy. I mean, we got more DBs than we got running backs and wide receivers. So, and then the wide receiver is another thing, you know. Like I don't want to be the Grinch, you know, but to tell it like it is, this wide receiving core is head scratching. You got Canvas, you got Paris Campbell, Isaiah Hodgins, Jalen Wyatt, Wandell Robinson, Sterling Shepard, and Darius Slayton. If I was the Giants, I would have kept seven. I would have kept seven. You know why? Because Sterling Shepard, I don't know if he's gonna last 18 games. Um, which I'm knocking on wood that obviously he could play all 18 games or 17 games, but I don't know, man. Is Jalen Hyatt is gonna be the one? Because remember when Odell got there, it was just Victor Cruz and Sterling Shepard. I mean Victor Cruz and Ruben Randall. You know, when Victor Cruz went down for the year, he stepped up and you know he made himself better. You know, he didn't make the team better, he made himself better. But this is not an Odell Beckham Jr. man. But the only one that I can say has a very high potential is Jalen Hyatt. So Jalen Hyatt is probably going to be your number three option. It's probably going to be Isaiah Hodgins is probably going to be number one. Darius Slayton is going to be number two, and then Hyatt is going to be number three. Because I think they're just going to play a four wide receiver set. Tight end, like I said, tight end is pretty awesome. I have no debate about the tight end position. The O line, they're just going to have to figure out who's going to be their starting five. You know. And then special teams, obviously, nobody gives a shit about special teams. But yeah, man. Overall, I would probably, if I had to grade this roster, I would have probably gave it a C plus. I was gonna give it a B, but just because they took out Corbin and still kept these sorry ass running backs behind Saquon. I mean, they could never give Saquon a competent running game. You know, we always had a competent running game. You know, outside of the names that I just mentioned of Bradshaw, um, you know, Jacobs, um, you know, it just never. I don't know, man. Like, we can never give Saquon Barkley a fair running game, you know? Because he's going to get banged up, he's going to get hurt, he's going to get fatigued. So, like, you need a great running back. I mean, he don't have to be great. He just has to be a solid running back, you know? But the Giants, again, refuse to put a good backup against Saquon. Like, I don't get it. Like, this is the second time we're like, I don't know, man. But yeah, this is my phone right here. This is what's on my, you know, phone. I might probably do a phone tutorial tomorrow. So yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.